You ready? Okay. All right, my name's Officer Jose Mendez, Josemendez, and I'm with the Austin Police Department Public Information Office. Today at approximately 9:16 a.m., APD district representatives were on scene with the Austin Code Enforcement in the 10,600 block of Pickney Lane. Austin Code Enforcement had an administrative warrant to conduct lawn maintenance, and district representatives were on scene to conduct a civil standby. At some point during the maintenance process, personnel on scene began taking fire from the resident inside. Officers and personnel on scene were able to escape the gunfire and get to safety. Officers on scene quickly put out an O&A, which is an officer needs assistance call, and multiple officers responded to the scene from various sectors of the city. With the addition of several officers were able to get containment on the residents. SWAT was immediately notified of the situation, and they're currently on scene. This is an ongoing and fluid situation, and we are trying to bring this to a peaceful resolution. The subject in question has barricaded himself inside his residence and has refused to establish any communication with us. We have a variety of resources on scene at this time, including our SWAT team, our bomb unit, our K-9 unit, hostage negotiators, several other officers from various sectors, as well as EMS. We will continue to work this incident and attempt to bring this to a peaceful resolution. At this time, we are asking people to avoid the area still and stay in place. I'll take any questions you have at this time.
At this time, is there known any other persons in there with him, or is he by himself?
As far as we know, there's only one. It's him.
Okay, and has he shown any violent tendencies in the past? Because the house is something you guys are aware of that needs cleaning, and that's why you were there.
Yeah, there has been past involvement with this subject. However, we've never been able to establish communication with him. We do know that there are several firearms in the residence. So at this time, like I said, SWAT's on scene and assessing the situation.
Do you know what type of firearms? I know you said several, but do you have
I don't know specifically, but I know there's several.
So he's inside by himself. Can you tell us anything else more about this person?
All I know is, like I said, we've had involvement with this subject. He's a white male in his mid-50s, but again, he seems to isolate himself, so we've never been able to really establish that communication with him.
What was the reason that you guys have been here before in the past? For what? Was it the same issue that you guys were dealing with this morning?
From what I've been told, it's been check welfare calls. However, I don't know the specifics of those calls.
Was any officer hurt this morning when that person started to fire off?
Nobody was injured. Right now, we're trying to determine if he was actually shooting at the officers and personnel on scene, or if there were shots in the air, on the ground, or just in the general vicinity.
Do we know if he's okay?
As far as we know, he is okay. He has been in communication with his family members, but that's all we know at this time.
Has he said anything to y'all, or what have the family members told y'all?
Officers on scene have observed the subject through a window. However, we haven't established that verbal communication with him.
So this morning it was supposed to be a simple, enforcement effort that Austin Code was trying to get underway.
Correct. It was something with the lawn itself. So they attempted to go there, cut the lawn for him, and this was the reaction they got.
So was the HOA involved at all? Do you know by chance?
I believe HOA was involved, and they've obviously gone through the process to get our district representatives and code enforcement involved, but that's all I know at this time.
Obviously, a lot of parents concerned because of what surrounds this neighborhood. I mean, do you have a message for them, especially with the child care facilities right behind me, the elementary school right behind you?
Yeah, there are a few schools in the area. I've spoken to a few personnel already. We're not preventing the kids from leaving the school. However, we just want to make sure that there's none outside playing, just for their safety. Just the immediate area around that subdivision there. We do have roads blocked off, and it's obvious with the traffic on the side of the road there. But again, we just want to ensure everyone's safety at this time.
And I'm sure you're not able to give the identity, but you told us it's a male in their 50s.
Yeah, because it's ongoing and still active right now, I can't give his identity. However, like I said, it's mid-50s, white male.
By himself, no one else inside, for sure.
From what I'm aware of, yes, he is by himself.
Gotcha. And so, interactions with him in the past, do you happen to know how far back those interactions go? It seems like he kind of secludes himself.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I've heard up to the past year or so, but again, I'm not sure exactly.
What message, I guess, do you have for neighbors? Because pretty soon, I guess, well, it's midday, but in a couple of hours, people will be getting home from work. I mean, is there something they need to know if this is still ongoing?
Yeah, because it's ongoing, I'm not sure how long it's going to last. It could last a few more minutes. It could last several hours. But we just ask the public to be patient with us as we try to bring this to a peaceful resolution, and just follow the directions that the officers are giving at those particular intersections.
Clarification just for timeline purposes. When did you guys get the initial reports? Because I heard some early morning and other ones like close to 11.
The time I have where shots were actually fired was around 9:16 this morning.
16. Okay, thank you.
And SWAT got out here at what time?
I don't know the exact time, but I believe it's roughly about an hour after that.
Okay. All right. Do you know how many shots were fired by chance?
I've been told several. I don't know if it, that could be 1, 2, or yeah, I'm not sure.
All right.
All right. Thank you.